Hi guys. I'll get myself warm here. Scarf is not really doing it. Not feeling particularly warm at all. Hi guys. This scarf is useless. Hang on, let me do this. Is that better? Hi guys. Hello. My hair's a bit wet. I just jumped out the shower. Hi guys. Hi. Got a message. Hi guys. Hi Janet. Hi Hazel Eyes. Hi Brienne. Hi Julius. Hi Mary. How's that bump, Janet? Hi Amber. I'm great, thanks, darling. Have you guys been listening to the Britney Spears conservativeship thing? What the fuck? You guys heard what she said? Hi guys. Lodge, look cozy. I'm freezing. I am freezing. Sitting here with the dog. The dog's all curled up on a blanket. I feel her pain. It's bloody freezing in this house. Yes. Oh, you've been crying after a bad day at work. Oh, darling, have a big cry. Don't worry about it. Yes, just done reading it. What do you think about that? Okay. Has anyone just listened to what Britney Spears said on her, it's not like a testimony, it was just like a court hearing, and she was on the telephone. That conservatorship, she didn't even know she was allowed to get out of it. No one's ever advised her legally because everything's controlled by her dad and the conservatorship. She never even knew she was allowed to get out of it and asked to be out of it, and she's been under it for 13 fucking years. I feel so sorry for this girl. She's got the most fucked up parents. First of all, I want to know, where is the mum in all this? The mum has not made an appearance in anything. Where is she? I know they're divorced, but like, what, has she just divorced herself from Britney? Okay. It's like child star gone completely wrong to the point where they've used her up so unbelievably that they've even made her have an IUD and not allowed her to take it out because they don't want anybody getting in the inheritance, and if she got pregnant, she'd have to stop working. And then where would their money come from? It's sickening. It's fucking sickening. She can't even get her own IUD taken out that they forcibly got put into her. Birth control. What? How is this possible in this day and age? If she's having to go to therapy twice a week, why aren't her parents being forced to go to therapy? They're the ones who are fucked up. Oh, it's really sad. She can't even book a doctor's appointment. She can't even paint her kitchen cabinets a different stain colour because it's too expensive. She can't be friends with her AA friends. So she went to AA meetings and she's not allowed to be in contact with any of her AA support group. Isn't that the point of AA? What the fuck? Oh, it's so disgusting. I was like listening to it. And the poor thing, she goes, well, I never spoke out about it because my lawyer said I couldn't. So her lawyer, who's been employed by the conservatorship, she pays everyone. She's even paying for this court case to go ahead. She's paying for the other side's case to plead for her own self. It's like, what? I feel really sorry for her. This is a typical case of someone who was super talented. Her parents put her out there, knew she was talented, and have just fucking used her up. It's like that typical child star scenario, and it's so fucking sad. And that poor kid, she's still like even when she talks, she sounds a childlike, like she's still stuck in childlike world, like Michael Jackson was. Kind of like they've kind of never been able to adult by themselves. Everyone's always taken over everything. It's really sad. I feel really sorry for her. Really, really sorry for her. And she sounds like the kind of girl who just wants to go and have a few babies with a new boyfriend, have a nice life, paint her kitchen cabinets, stain her kitchen cabinets. And like, now I understand the story. There's a story that the guy from Pluto's Gate, Caleb, says he was in Texas or somewhere once and he saw Britney in a Target buying in the girls' department. And he walked up to her and he was like, what are you doing in here? And she's going, well, a girl's got to buy underwear, got to buy knickers. Like, got to buy knickers. So she was buying her own knickers at Target. So she's got an allowance and she was going to fucking Target to buy her own underwear. And she's worth $60 million. And she was shopping at Target. And her ex-husband gets $100,000 a month. I feel so sorry for her. They basically changed her voice from her appearance on Star Search for voices when she became popular. Yeah, the sexy voice. Is that how she was originally childlike, and then they turned her all sexy and put her in the girly pigtails and the sexy girl outfit, the little girl outfit? They've exploited her so badly. I just want to know where the mum is in all this. Where is her fucking mum? What kind of parents are these parents? And her dad takes $16,000 a month and a percentage of her concert sales. They also forced her to perform while sick, not letting her stop when she nearly passed out. She's like a performing monkey. Then they've put her on lithium, so she's all zoned out. They've taken control of all her social media. So all her crazy Instagram isn't her. So they're making her look crazy on her Instagram, like gaslighting her. Like going, oh, look how crazy she is. She's crazy, crazy. Look at crazy Britney. She's not even doing that. That's old footage. Britney Spears. And the forced birth control. I can't even believe that's not a human rights violation or something. What? The mum actually went to court for her to get him out of her way. The mum is on her side. Or is she? Or will she fucking speak up? She's obviously scared of this controlling dad. He's obviously a complete control freak, asshole, narc. I don't know what's going on with the dad, but there's some issues there. There are employers that she pays to keep her hostage. Yeah, even her own lawyer said, oh, you can't speak out about anything that's going on. Well, clearly the lawyer knew some bad things are going on. Otherwise, why would they say that? There are some employers that, oh, yeah. How do I manifest doing well on an entrance exam for college I didn't study well enough? Well, stop saying you didn't study well enough. Say, Helen, I studied perfectly. I'm going to pass that thing with flying colours. I studied enough. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pass this. So excited to catch you live. Oh! It absolutely should be if it isn't total violation. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, it's shocking. It's more shocking than you expected. Like, for her to say, they put me on lithium to keep me, and it makes me drowsy. I was on this other medication that was really good for me, and they took me off it. They forced me to go to therapy twice a week, even though I only want to go once a week. And they have they won't let me remove my IUD, and I can't have AA friends. And I don't think she's got access to computers or a phone, other than what they give her. I don't think she can just go on TikTok when she likes and look at all these free Britney videos, because then she'd know, wouldn't she? She's like Stockholm Syndrome with her own dad. You're 15 hours ahead of me. I keep affirming I am just once in a while. What? You're 15 hours ahead of me, so I started affirming that I always catch your lives. Oh, what SP comes back? Should I keep affirming as I am just every once in a while, or what? What SP comes back? Should I keep affirming as I am just every once in a while, or what? You mean when SP comes back, Zena? Well, if you don't want to lose them, I would continue the new thinking. But if you want to lose them and have your old negative thoughts pop back in, stop affirming. It's a wonder she's still alive. Honestly, they're probably keeping her alive, keeping her on suicide watch. Probably taking all the knives out. Like in the psych ward I used to go to every week. There were no knives in the drawer. Bet you there's no knives in Britney's drawers. Lois, thank you for helping me yesterday. I feel great. Oh, Lester, how did I help you yesterday? What did I do? Can't remember. Tonight has been wonderful. No doubts. And if I do, I just go straight back to living the end. Wonderful, guys. I had a bit of a moment last night. This morning I'm fine. Go back to living the end. This COVID wasn't part of my manifestation. Oh, you've got COVID? You mean you've actually got COVID? Yeah. Darling, just say, COVID doesn't affect me. I don't get any symptoms. Other people do, but I don't. What a nightmare. Yeah. I think her boyfriend is paid to keep quiet too. What kind of boyfriend allows this? Well, I don't know. It's questionable about this boyfriend because he apparently doesn't get on with the dad. I don't know. But how do you... This is the thing when you've got fame and fortune. You can't trust your friend. Like, I know a girl I grew up with at school whose mum is one of the wealthiest women in the entire world, right? And when I first became best friends with this girl, I couldn't get a phone number. And I had to ring a number, and then it would go to a voice machine. This was like in the 90s. And then she'd ring me back from the voice machine. And I was never allowed to have her number until months and months into our friendship. And the mum was scared of everyone using her for her money and wanting to know her. And she just felt like she never had any friends. And the mum is now completely fucked in the head mentally in terms of the way she deals with her children and life. But because she had such a massive fortune and was so well known, she literally felt she could trust no one. I feel Britney's probably the same. When a boyfriend comes along, you're like, is this person genuine? Has my dad paid him to be my boyfriend? Is he just wanting me to be like a thirst trap for his own TikTok and his Insta fame? And how would you try? It would be so hard. Love your videos. Oh, thanks, darling. A friend invited me to an activity this weekend and told me to invite SP. Should I? Why would they tell you to invite SP? Are you with this SP? Are you together? Are you dating? Why are you organising dates? I wouldn't. I was not feeling well and you gave me health affirmations and now I feel a lot better. Oh, yes, the health affirmations. Oh, good. Loz, my self-concept is so high. I saw one of my exes on a dating app and messaged him with confidence. Oh, did you, Selena? Love a message with confidence. Love it. I'm currently with a potential SP2. Oh, there's lots of SP2s coming about in these chats, in these lives. Hang on. I'm scrolling up. I missed a lot. Is Sarah here? I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay too, but she's asleep. It's Britain time. Sleep time in Britain. Her boyfriend seems genuinely good. What, Britney's? Yeah, I hope so. I've gotten so much from your messages and energy. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, PSJ designer. Yay. You should do a series, Law of Assumption for Dummies. I did. It's called How to Manifest Properly. It's all the way down the bottom of the page. It's really hard to find my TikToks, guys, but I am going to do Manifesting for Morons. That is my course that's going to be free on my website. Manifesting for Morons video course. Yes. That's what I'm calling it, darling. Based on that, Law of Assumption for Dummies. Do you think Britney's limited beliefs created this? I think she's kind of in a childlike state and she's in a state of constantly needing to be looked after. And I think she's got such low self-worth in terms of her worth is tied up with her fame. Her worth is tied up with that girl that she is, that everyone knows. And I think all she's been struggling to do this whole time is just be normal, be herself. But everything about herself is so public. Everything about, like she said, I didn't come out and say any of this because I thought no one would believe me. I thought they'd laugh at me. Like, how sad for her that she thinks she can't speak her mind because people think so lowly of her, think she's such a nut. She's that girl who shaved her head. And I wouldn't be surprised if her parents, her dad, actually organised the paps to be there to see that and all that stuff to make her look crazy because they're doing the Instagram account to make her look crazy. If you make someone look crazy, everyone will go, oh, well, they're unhinged. You better take the money off them. Don't know what they'll do. Oh, they've got substance abuse issues. They're an alcoholic. Oh, better take the money off them. Don't know what they'll do with that. Better not let them have any more children. So, like, everything's out of her control. So she's kind of in this childlike state. And so her mind is constantly, no one's going to believe me. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. No one listens to me. So she's not listened to. I'm fully controlled. So she's controlled. I'm trapped. So she's trapped. Whatever her thinking is still happening for her. Absolutely. And this is me. I'm Britney. You know what I mean? But who's the real Britney? Like, the real her. I think she's probably just been struggling for everyone to see that, but she can't be. She's not allowed to be. Appreciate you, Loz. Recommending many of your TikTok and vice versa. Much love it. Oh, thank you, darling. Her voice when she was little was powerful. They made her sing and look like a little girl. Oh, so she was a bit more Christina Aguilera-esque, was she? And then they made her sound girly. So sad for her. It's a dark place. I feel really sad for her, honestly. Like, she is okay to perform for money, but she can't take care of herself. The dad needs to go. Yeah, it's honestly so sad, isn't it? When money is involved, people become see you next Tuesday sometimes. That's a belief I have I've really got to get rid of. But I know that it's happened in our family when money's been involved and funny things in our extended family. It's just like, I don't want to hold on to that belief, so I won't. Does anyone on here know when Loz will open her one-to-one books again to schedule? You can ask me. I'm about to cancel 2 appointments on Friday, which will be Thursday night US time. So if those 2 people, who are they? Chelsea and Sarah, if you don't pay for your appointment in the next half an hour, you're out. You're off. See you later. I've given you enough reminders. I don't know how many more reminders I have to give people. Appreciate you, Loz. Recommending many virtual... Oh, thanks. I saw that, darling. Turned my thinking around, watched all your videos, and you told me my self-concept is... And my self-concept is so good. Already seeing birds fall in. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yay. Wonderful. Alyssa... I can't see your name. Alyssa Shah. Wonderful, darling. Who are we talking about? Oh, I was talking about Britney Spears. Yes, it's like Michael Jackson again, family taking advantage. Yeah, when Michael Jackson died, his family knew where some of his workers were taking advantage of him as well, his staff and the people controlling him, like the doctor and everything. And the family knew that he had money hidden away. He'd been hiding money from staff because he knew people were stealing from him. And he had all this money like hidden under carpet and stuff in wardrobes. And when they got there, after he died, none of it was there anymore. It was all gone. So they all knew where it was anyway. Hang on. Been trying to manifest an SP for a while and nothing is happening. Been doing everything right. I bet you haven't, Jenny Lynn. What have you been doing? Tell me what you've been doing. You've been doing everything right, have you? You've been working on your self-concept. You've not been focusing too much on them. You've been getting rid of the old story and focusing on the new story. Not trying to be positive all day, just putting in new positive thoughts. You've not been looking at the 3D and thinking nothing's happening. Well, that's the first mistake you're making because it's in your question. You're worried about the time. You're doing all those things. That's why it's not working. Have you watched any of my videos in the Facebook group? Tell me. I'm interested to know what you've been doing. Doing self-concept a lot. Feeling so confident. I've had so many birds for land. I know SP is next. Woo! Rebecca! Love it. Oh my God, I love Michael Jackson. Beautiful music. Really resonated with me. Yes. I was so sad when Michael died. Is it all right if you've not constantly been affirming, but you're not thinking about your manifestations? Look, guys, if your negative thoughts aren't taking over your mind, yes, you can stop affirming. The affirming is new thinking. You've got to get this in your head, guys. It's not an activity. It's new thinking. But if the old story starts plaguing your brain, if your old thoughts jump in, that's when you affirm, if you've stopped. Stop if you like. But this is when people lose their SPs, okay? They come back. They think everything's rosy. They get too cocky. They stop affirming. Then they get triggered in the 3D by their SP, by some old shit that they used to do, or something inside them that feels triggered, and boom, the SP's gone, or they have a fight, or they react, or whatever. I feel like the consciously affirming in our mind is not so effective. Well, then don't do it if it isn't for you. If you feel that way, then it won't be telling. Whatever you think, manifest. If you think it doesn't work and it's not effective, it won't be effective for you. Tell me what's effective then if it's not effective for you, affirming. It's thinking, guys. It's not an activity. I don't know what to say to you. It's not something to do. It's new thinking. You're trying to reprogram your subconscious mind. So many of you are getting on here and thinking that manifesting is a thing to do. It's literally what you do all day. Your thought that is dominant reflects out and reflects back. That's what manifests your reality. It's simply how your subconscious mind works. It's not an activity. It's not something you decide to start doing. Oh, I'm deciding to manifest. No. You've been manifesting since the moment you took your first breath. You've really been manifesting hard since you first started establishing your subconscious mind and your core beliefs from the age of 7. That's when you really started. Okay? But it's not an activity, guys. So if you're like, oh, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, it's working all day. Manifesting all day. Affirmation, self-concept. Well, I don't know what your self-concept is, darling. I need to know, what are your childhood issues? What is your core shit? What do you get triggered by? Then I'll know what to give you. Guys, this is why when I do my self-concept course, you'll understand why I'm saying to you, you really need to get to the core shit. Because that's why so many people come to me from Create Your Future and Sammy and whoever, because they've just been given SP, or I'm a queen, I'm worthy of love. Great. What the fuck does that mean? Does that get to your core stuff of I'm not good enough, or I was abused as a kid, or I was criticized a lot, or people bullied me? I need to know what that is. You need to work that out and affirm against that. Whatever your thought is that's constantly negative, I'm not good enough. I am more than good enough. I'm not beautiful. My body's ugly. I am beautiful inside and out. You've got to affirm against the shit you already think, guys. That's how you work it out. I just got here. What does SP stand for? Specific person, darling. So your ex or your current girlfriend or boyfriend. I manifested never missing a life. Oh, wonderful. I feel anxious, so I don't reach out to my SP. But when I'm calm, I reach out and have a good time. Yes. So don't do it when you're anxious, guys. Never a good idea. Yes, today I showed my parents my future house. It will be mine next year. Oh, lovely. Have a beautiful night, everybody. Much love and peace. Oh, bye. Divine manifestation 111. If old story of SP pops up, do you affirm self-concept or SP? Well, it's up to you, darling. If affirming for your SP feels better because you're thinking about the SP, affirm for the SP. Because it'd be like, no, he loves me. Because you're thinking, oh, he's off with that other girl. He doesn't love you. He hasn't called you in ages. No. He loves me and only me. He wants me and only me. No one makes him feel the way I do. No one gets him like I do. You can start affirming for them if it feels better. Self-concept is great because even though SP's social media stream is muted, I'm not even tempted to check. Good, darling, good. Loz, what's the rule of manifesting job stuff? Same as SP rule, 80% self-concept, 20% job affirmations? Well, look, the reason why I say that about the SP stuff is people get obsessive, okay? But look, the job affirmations could just be simply, I have the job. I love my new job. I love working at blah, and then work on your self-concept. I'm so amazing. I'm the best at everything. People admire me. That would go in hand with getting a job. But if you want to do it more, it's just that people get obsessive about SP stuff. So do I just do self-concept now? No, you don't have to do just self-concept, darling. But do that if you really want to. Look, it's up to you guys what feels best for you. But I can't tell you guys to stop thinking about your specific person. Of course you're going to think about them. That's why I say 20% specific person. Because who in their right mind just stops thinking about them if you're in love with them? It's like illogical. That's why letting go doesn't work. Okay, so that's why I say do 20%. Because I know none of you are going to stop thinking about them. It's fucking impossible. Started reading Prayer and the Art of Believing, Subconscious Thoughts and Telepathy. Oh, yes. He talks about that in that. That's Prayer, the Art of Believing is a Neville book, guys. Loz, I have so many updates. Oh, Mary, do you? Tell us. Can you have Birds Will Land with SP? He reached out after a month with an apology, nothing else. Well, that's not Birds Will Land. That is what you want, isn't it? So that's wonderful, darling. So don't worry. Look, you got the apology. He reached out. That's wonderful. Just give it excellent meaning that he's constantly thinking about you now. He's thinking of the next thing to say. He can't wait to see you again. He's been thinking about you this whole time. That's why he rang you. That's why he apologized. He wants you back and you will be back together, okay? Does tarot say the truth? Tarot's just reflecting your thinking, darling. My life has taken complete 180 because of Loz. Oh, what a voice! SP's job has been added to Australian priority immigration list. Has it, Nettie? Yay! Wonderful, darling. Oh, that's great. Birds Will Land. Oh, that's not Birds Will Land. That's fucking progress in the way of him getting here, darling. Well, how is he not going to get his visa now? It's on the list. Done. It's done. Tick. Just assume it's done, darling. Imagine him at the airport. Imagine him with your baby. Why are you doing calls anymore? Because I don't have time and I need time to do the courses I'm making. The self-concept course, the Get Your SP Back course, the Queen Energy course, and the Money and Success course. I just need time, guys, and the calls are taking up way too much time. I set them all as half an hour and each one of them is taking 45 minutes to an hour. So they're all back to back. It's too crammed in together the way I did the calendar and it's hard to change without me stopping the calendar and then restarting. So everything is, I'm undercharging, first of all, because I'm actually only charging you for half an hour of my time and I'm really giving you almost an hour every time. And also it's literally, I just need the time and it's so time consuming and it really takes it out of me because there's such involved calls. Sometimes I get really emotional because some of the stuff you guys are sending me is so tragic and I get really upset. I'm not a trained psychologist. It really takes it out of me emotionally and I'm a real empath and sometimes I start draining and it takes me out for 2 days. Do 6 calls on a Monday, 6 calls on a Tuesday. I'm out on a Wednesday. Is it okay to have 3 scenes? Imagine, yes, darling, do that. I'm ready for the courses. Yes, darling. Money and Success course. Yes, how much this course is going to be? I have no idea. I think the Money and Success course and the Queen Energy course will be less than the other ones because the other ones, the self-concept will be really involved. Lots of stuff in the workbook that I'm writing. And same with the SP course, very involved, very long workbook that you have to do activity. We don't have to, but there's activities to do. Very, very specific to that. And there's a lot of analysis of yourself, a lot of assessment of your own triggers that is going to be in those that won't be in those other courses as much. Ready to prepay for the courses. Okay, darling. I hear his name everywhere. Even people say his name. Well, give it that good meaning, darling. Give it that good meaning. Loz, thank you so much. Good things keep happening. Oh, really, darling? Yay, Blonde 1, 2. Hi, love. I'm affirming both self-concept and SP, and it feels like he's more distant than ever. Well, if you think that, then it will be. Guys, if you keep saying he's more distant than ever, then he will be more distant. He's drifting away from me. This is taking too much time. A lot of people, what happens is, because they've been doing it for a while, they think about the time. Oh, my God, it's been 6 months. Oh, no, what if you meet someone else? And all the fears jump in. You worry about the time, and that seems like distance. You don't know what's going on. The amount of times I have heard stories about the SP comes back after 6 months or a year or whatever and says, I drove past your house every day. I sat outside your apartment. I cried about you every night. I masturbated furiously about it every night. I missed you. You don't know what's going on. So what looks like distance to you could be their heart is fucking broken. How do you know? 1, SP video called last night and we talked for 3 hours. He told me he missed me and was looking pics. Looking at pics. He accepted a position at my company on my team in August. We'll see each other all the time. Mary! And here you were on every fucking live, Mary, driving me crazy with the questions about the third party. I almost blocked you at one point. Wonderful, darling. Hooray! So pleased. Tonight, my friends conformed and we talk like I was back in a relationship with SP. Oh, wonderful. Yes, I will persist. Thank you. Self-concept people, self-concept, it works. Yes, darling. Hang on, guys, scrolling up. How do you feel about manifesting in steps? So manifesting a text, then dates, then commitment. Yes, you can do that, guys. If you find that saying, we're so happily, blissfully married too hard because you haven't heard from them in 3 years, well, then do it in steps. Absolutely. But try and live in the end in your mind if you can with the scene of like, we're back together. If you can. At the same time. When did you first get into law of assumption? Probably about 2016 when I discovered Neville. I'd read everything else I could think of and then discovered Neville then, but I was kind of more LOA based before that, and then I was like reading everyone else and kind of veering away from LOA for a couple of years and like, well, hang on, is it just thinking? I don't understand this. And then discovered Neville and went, no wonder I've been so fucking confused. And guys, scrolling down. I had a huge fight with my ex today on the phone. We've been together for 7 years and he left me help. Oh, okay. Darling, just go and revise it. Go back to the scene in your mind. Imagine you didn't say what you said. He didn't say what he said. It's all forgiven. It's all forgotten. It didn't even happen. Either it's forgiven and forgotten or it didn't happen. One of the two. Okay? And just affirm in your mind, he loves me. He can't be without me. We've been together so long. He can't imagine his life without me now. We are bonded like no one else. 7 years is an awful long time to just leave someone in the lurch. You would never leave me. You need me. You can't be without me. You're addicted to me. I'm your other half. Start saying those things, darling, and imagine you're together and it's all forgotten and forgiven, okay? Lots, I've had job opportunities come almost every day and it's so overwhelming. Oh my God, Claudia, holy shit. Wowzers. Loz, do you do any visualization techniques when you affirm? Well, I can imagine people's faces when I say the affirmation about them. So you're naturally visualizing anyway, guys. You've got to realize that your subconscious thinks in images anyway. So you're naturally doing it even if you're not aware. So you don't have to worry about if you're visualizing or not or trying to put a visualization in. But if you want to visualize, try and visualize it at the same time as affirming, like, I love our new house, and then imagine what the house would look like. Consciously try and imagine it at the same time that you say it. It's like I was consciously imagining my new car, the look of the new car while I was saying I love my new car. I was consciously imagining the car I was driving was that new car. And I was seeing the interior, I was seeing the exterior, the colour I wanted, the interiors I wanted, the technology I wanted. I was seeing it while I was saying I love my new car. It was so easy for me to get while I was driving the old car. So I was kind of doing it at once. So yes, I do that without realising I'm doing it. What's the best affirmation to manifest a certain job? I love my job at whatever the certain job is. Google. I love working at wherever it is. Like you've got the job already. What is everyone saying to talk about with Brody? What's Brody saying? Affirmations for being sick. I had the whole week off and need to go to work tomorrow. I never get sick. I am wonderfully healthy. I'm thriving with health. My cells are renewing themselves daily. I've never felt so good. I never get sick. Tomorrow I'll wake up bright as a button. Say that. Things have just been good with SP, but then the 3D has just stormed in. I know it's my old thoughts. Oh, okay. So what's happened? 3D has just stormed in. Well, don't worry about it, darling. It's old shit. Oh, well, look at this old shit. Like the dog with the fire around. Oh, well, look at this. Everything's burning down around me. Oh, I'll just wait till this storm rolls over. Okay? Don't react. What is Brody saying that everyone's reacting to? What'd she say? I have a new scene in mind. Loz screaming and clapping when I update about my SP. Oh, that's lovely! Yay! Woohoo! Yay, Kristen! Woo, darling! you imagine that? I have to do a video like that. Loz, are you ready for the moon tonight? Got what you want to manifest ready and crystals ready? Oh, darling, you know I've got my crystals. I've got my crystal. Fucking Jesus Christ, Brody. Moon. What's the difference between writing intentions and living from the end? Well, living from the end is imagining it's done already. If you're writing the intentions down, that's an affirmation. An intention. That's more of an affirmation. I intend that this happens. Well, no, it's already done. There's a difference. Loz, I've noticed the conversation SP had today was confirming what I've been saying. Really, darling? Love it. Love it when they do that. When SP and I meet, should I bring up the past or leave it alone? Leave it alone, Mary. Leave it in the past. Leave the past in the past. That's where it is and that's where it's meant to stay. Why do you need to bring it up, guys? Don't bring it up if you don't need to. If you really want to talk about it, just do it from a place of everything is forgiven and forgotten and we're just talking about this to clear the air and then everything starts fresh after that. Okay? Is it the moon tonight or Thursday night? How the fuck do I know, guys? I don't look for the fucking moons. I affirm my plants grew really fast and my landscaper keeps telling me I have a green thumb now. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I just decided last year that I was great with plants. I was a plant person. And when my SP first came to my house, he's like, wow, you're really good with plants. And I was like, dude, I killed every plant in my life before this. I just decided I'm a plant person. And he was like, wow, you're like the queen. He said, you're the queen of indoor plants. Because I had so many plants everywhere. Like, see my plants there, right? But that's nothing compared when I had my old house. My old house I had plants everywhere. I was obsessed. I could never grow a plant before that. And I just decided, no, I know how to grow plants. I am this person. I'm stepping in the state of I am a plant person. I'm one of those plant people. And then I could grow all the plants that I wanted. And they all lived. And I grew a veggie garden. And I had broccoli and zucchini and snow peas. And it just went, it was like a market garden. It was amazing. And then I had to move. So unfortunate. Love when you say moon. Loz, what should you do if the old story keeps popping up and you unconsciously go along with it for a bit? Well, then stop going along with it for a bit. Look, if you unconsciously went along with it, don't beat yourself up. Be like, wow, I was dwelling in that for a long time, wasn't I? Okay, well, now I'm going to concentrate on the new story. I do that a lot, guys. I'll let the old story just play in my mind. Then suddenly I'll stop myself. Oh, shit, I've been thinking about this for an hour. Don't beat yourself up. Just jump back on the new story. That's amazing. Same, I killed my yard. Now it's green. Yep. I just stepped into that state. I'm like, I am a plant person. And people who knew me before, like my best friend and I hadn't spoken for 6 months. She came to my house. She's like, what's going on in here? And because she knew I couldn't even water, she gave me a plant. And the reason why I started being a plant person was we had a big fight and she'd given me a plant and I'd killed it. Not that wasn't what the fight was about, but afterwards I accidentally killed this plant by leaving it in a windowsill, not watering it. And I felt so bad. I went and bought another plant. And that's how it started. And then she was like, look at you. And I was like, I'm a plant person now. Is it okay to cry and be upset about it when it hasn't come? Yes, guys, but then jump back on your affirmations. Don't dwell in that dwelling place all fucking day. My ex-husband wants me back and is treating me great, but I want SP back. I love SP. Well, darling, let them both come about and see which man wins. Sometimes the old one might really conform and you might be really surprised, Alexis. But just keep affirming for your SP. I need to start affirming I'm good with plants too. Mine tend to not do so well. That's why they don't, because you keep saying mine tend not to do so well. Stop saying that. My plants thrive. I am a plant person. I have a green thumb. Like that other person said, I have a green thumb. Say that. Stop saying they don't do well. That's why they're not doing well. Is it possible to affirm self-concept wrong? Yes. So many people come to me affirming it wrong from like other manifestation coaches going, I'm a queen, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. I'm doing those. I'm like, how's that working for you? Are they back? And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, what's that got to do with your childhood shit? I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. Did you feel unwise when you were a kid? Oh no, I'm really smart. Why are you saying wise? Oh. Have you got a health problem? No. Why are you saying healthy? Oh. Well, I guess I'm not unhealthy. Why am I saying healthy? Exactly. Guys, it's got to be key to your stuff. So many guys have been asking me out on dates and my SP is back. Oh! Love it. There's nothing better than going out with someone and then everyone starts hitting on you and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm taken. For 2 days straight, I've been really believing he's on his way to me. Good, darling. Good, Isabella. Wonderful. I'm going to affirm for my dog to be well trained. He's a husky. Yes, say that. It's like when people say, oh, my dog's so naughty. My babies, they're not a good baby. They don't sleep through the night. They are a bad kid. Stop doing that. That my dog is naughty. My dog barks too much. Stop affirming it. Can we affirm 3 SPs? Yes, darling. Do whatever you like. So is good self-concept like I am wanted, I'm chosen, I'm the prize, I'm loved? Yes, exactly. And if that's your key stuff, like don't do I am chosen if you feel chosen. You only do that if you felt unchosen, if you felt second best in your life, if you felt not good enough. I am the prize is only relevant if you didn't feel like the prize. If you've always been the overgiver and underneath someone. So they're not relevant unless they're about your stuff. Got it? I mean, I'm loved is pretty much standard for everyone. Hi, love. Do we need to allow it by not affirming so much? No, I don't believe in allowing. That's some LOA speak. Allow. Let the universe provide. Allow. What does that mean? I think the only way I can describe that in my way would be to say allow it to come about in its own way. Don't force the 3D. Don't try and figure out how it's going to come about. That's what I would call allowing. But as far as affirming, I would affirm as much as you can to get rid of the old thinking to reprogram your mind. If you've totally reprogrammed it, well then stop. Most people haven't. When people ask about it, do I just say we're working stuff out? Yes, you can, darling. Or just say, I feel sad talking about it. Can we not talk about it? And then they'll never fucking ask you again. I can't wait to affirm my pet too. Yes, I can affirm for my pet. I affirm for my 20-year-old cat. She's 20 in a couple of weeks. She's the healthiest thing ever. She's sitting in the windowsill at the moment in the sunshine. She's healthy as. She's 20 in a couple of weeks. I tell her every day, you're the healthiest 19-year-old pussycat anyone's ever seen. You're going to live to your 21. I should have said 22. Loz, do you believe in journaling? Look, guys, it can help you, but it's an added bonus. It's not the writing that works, it's the thinking. So if you're writing, absolutely, if it puts you in a really good frame of mind, it makes you live in the end, you're writing, dear diary, today we did this together, did that together. If it puts you in the frame of mind of you are together and it helps you live in the end and it helps the new story stay prevalent in your mind and it helps you to affirm, do it. Absolutely. I get people to script lots of stuff in my calls. In my self-concept course, there'll be a lot of scripting. That will help you get rid of the old story of you, the old story of your SP, the old story of your childhood. So there is a lot of scripting in that just purely as an exercise to get all the thoughts out of your mind and get rid of them. And to create new thoughts. So yes, it does work. It's just I just don't want it to be your main thing. The main thing needs to be the new thinking. I do that with my cat. Mish, oh that's a cute name. I keep allowing my whole life thinking the universe hiding the best for me and things keep slipping. Guys, if you think the universe is hiding things from you, then it will. The universe isn't doing anything. It's air. You're hiding things from you. Your thoughts about things are being hidden from you, things slide away, things slipping away, is why it's happening. It's your thought about it, darling, that's causing that to happen. You are the power. The universe is you. You are doing it. So stop thinking that shit and it won't keep happening. I'm seeing results all around me. It's crazy just by living in my end. Oh! Do you believe in signs? No, darling. No, I don't. But having said that, if something happens that sounds like a sign once you've been manifesting, then you can utilize that as a sign. Something happened in the Facebook group today and I saw it and I thought, well, if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Someone was talking about the fact that their sister is extremely ill and everyone was affirming for her. And then someone said, can you tell us her name so we can affirm for her? And then she said, her name's Lauren. That's my name. And I thought, right, we're going to do this for her. That's a sign for me that this is going to happen, that we're going to pull her out of this. She's very, very sick. And collectively as a group, we are all going to affirm for her and pull her out of her sickness. And that just for me was like, that's no coincidence. That was weird. So you can use signs after you've said, like Neville calls it signs follow. They don't precede. They don't happen before things come about. It's like things are moving and then you see the signs. And you can, don't look for them. Just if you notice them, give them meaning. Okay, well, that's the meaning I'm giving it, that it means this girl is going to be well because that I'm taking that good meaning from that sign. Got it? Loz, in just over 2 weeks, launching and sold out of more than half my stock. Active. Just over 2 weeks of launching and sold out more than half my stock. Oh my God, darling, what have I ever got? It's yes, Marley Active. Guys, everyone go to Marley Active's Instagram and TikTok. She's got the most gorgeous matching crop top and leggings activewear. It's really cool in cool like blue and pink and stuff. It's gorgeous. Go and check it out. Oh, wonderful, darling. Got chills from that story, yes. I took the day off to watch you, Loz. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hope you don't get fired. Yes, let's affirm for Lauren. Exactly. Loz says she was a medium, not a psychic. Oh, who am I talking about? Are you talking about my neighbour who came to have wine with me the other night and was on the live? Things have been amazing with SP. He's conforming right in front of me. I know it's done. Oh, wonderful, Lushka. That's wonderful. Yes, I know that now. Thanks to you. Good. Can you explain the chosen versus prize again? What do you mean? Chosen means I'm chosen. I'm first best. I'm like, I hate first best. I'm the chosen person. The prize is like I'm up on the pedestal. There's a slight difference in the semantics of that, but it's similar-ish. 3 to 4 people from my past came back with mine. You're thinking, oh, wonderful. What are we talking about? Psychics? She was talking to spirit, not predicting the future. What are we talking about? Are you talking about when I had Connie here and she was talking to people's loved ones and things? Who are we replying to? Hang on. Little Liz 36. If you are against psychics, why did you have someone in your life predicting people's future? I didn't, darling. That was my neighbour, and don't be facetious. If you do this, why did you do that? Oh, fuck off, darling. That's my neighbour. She happened to be having wine with me. It got to 3 minutes to 7, and I'd already announced on the Facebook group that I'd be going live at 7 o'clock. So I said to her, Connie, just sit here and have a wine while I do the live. She was sitting in the background. When someone said on the live, oh, Connie probably thinks we're all crazy. And I said, oh, look, Connie's crazier than me. She's a medium. As soon as I said that, people started asking questions. So I didn't arrange to have her on. I don't believe in psychics. She's a medium. Everyone is spirit. And I myself have seen spirit. So I believe a medium when they say they see spirit and see signs from spirit. I believe her because I myself have seen spirit. So if I have, why would I discount her abilities? I also, in a small way, have had them. I have spirit in my house. I had spirit in my last house. I've seen people after they've died, right? So because we are all spirit, it's not something that goes against law of assumption teachings because Neville himself used to see spirit all the time. Okay? So what that was basically an impromptu reading of people who kept asking questions, and it went on for an hour and 45 minutes purely because Connie was just sitting here. And then people started asking, can I have a private reading with you? It was totally and utterly impromptu. It was not planned, okay? It was purely because I didn't realise what the time was. And she popped into my door to give my dog a treat and say hello and bring me some dinner. And I said, come in for a wine. So, guys, I don't believe in psychics, but I do myself feel spirit. And so they're very different, guys. Mediums are like people who see signs from spirit, see images. Like Connie said to me, the way she sees things is she sees images, and she hears things, words. The first time she read me by accident when we were just sitting here having a wine a couple of months ago, she told me about this account. She said, in 6 weeks, you will know what you're doing with your life. I was like, oh, and I just started it, right? And in 6 weeks, I had clients and I was busy as, right? Then she told me more things the other night after that reading of everyone else. And she said, oh, last time when I did your reading, all I heard was words. This time I'm actually seeing people and I'm seeing things. Right? So she was seeing things. So it's just a different way of interpreting the way she sees. But all I'm saying is that mediumship is very, very different from psychic ability. A psychic ability is someone telling you they're predicting your future. No psychic predicts your future, guys. You've got to understand this. If they're telling you they're predicting your future, that's not what they're doing. They're reading your thoughts that then sound like they're predicting what's going to happen. It's very different. No need to explain. Well, I don't like that facetious question. It was like, you're saying, oh, like, fuck off then. Don't be on my account. I get it, but just what's the difference between predicting people's future and psychics? Oh, it's mediumship, talking to spirit and not talking to spirit. You know what I mean? And that's why when people go to psychics, it's like, the problem is, do you know if they're talking to spirit or not? How do you know? So somebody could be a psychic and they're predicting your future correctly, because the spirit is like telling them, okay, this is what I see, or, you know, like it's whether you believe this stuff, guys. You can choose to believe it or not believe it. I personally believe it because I'd seen spirit myself. So that's why when someone's a medium, I'll listen to them. Whereas a psychic, I'll be like, yeah, but are you seeing spirit and hearing spirit, or are you just interpreting my thinking? And it's hard to know. That's the problem. So sorry, I didn't mean to jump down your throat, but it was accidental, darling. It was accidental. It wasn't planned. Oh, okay. All right, darling. No, you don't need to keep quiet. I just thought you were being, but no, it's fine. It's just the way you phrase the question. Don't worry, Diane, I'm not telling you off. Sorry, little Liz. Is Connie coming back? Well, people have asked. So, look, I might do it on TikTok next time, maybe this weekend if I've got time. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Loz. I realised I have a fear of people thinking I'm boring. What affirmations would be good for that? I'm everyone's favourite person. People love to be around me. People love spending time with me. People think I'm so funny. They think I'm so charming. They think I'm so whatever you want them to think. Mm-hmm. Manifesting, Loz, asking Les to come in for a wine too. Manifesting, Loz, asking Les to come in for a wine. Oh, well, you have to pop over to Perth. The borders just closed yesterday. So I have a friend. I was meant to be going to a party on the weekend. I've got a friend coming in from Sydney. The borders just closed again in WA. That's why I'm saying to you guys, for me to get out to do some kind of retreat with you guys or catch up or meet up with all of you, it's like almost impossible for me. I can't even get back in. So if I left tomorrow and came back in 2 weeks, I wouldn't be able to get back into my own hometown. I'd have to stay wherever I am, then go in quarantine in a hotel. I wouldn't be able to get through the border and even go to quarantine at the moment. So like the retreat idea is like out of the question at the moment until COVID's kind of settled. It's so annoying. Ugh. If you use the word always, does it work with the self-concept and the revision? Yes, it's like a revision statement. I have always been loved and wanted. It's like revising your childhood, even though you weren't always loved and wanted. It's like, well, this has always happened for me. This is the girl I was when I was little. It's a really good way of revising your past with affirmations. I've had readings from Spirit that were wrong in the end. I don't believe they can be accurate. Well, exactly. Look, how do you know they're even accurate? Exactly, Christina. Like, who's to say what anyone's saying is accurate? It's whatever meaning you give it, guys. Absolutely. Oh, the other thing I know about Spirit is we took this dog to the graveyard to see my grandparents' grave, and she was completely freaked. And we're walking around the graveyard trying to look for my other grandparents' grave. Do you think we could find it? We're there for half an hour, and my mum was like, look at the dog. She can't handle this, and her tail was down. She was shaking the whole time. As soon as we got out the gate of the cemetery, she was like, ah. And we were like, what just happened? Like, it was half an hour of she was freaking out. It was so funny. Poor dog. I saw a psychic 6 years. She always affirmed my fears and always had no luck. Yes. Hey, Loz. Any way to make it so your thoughts can start to turn to be 80% self-concept instead of 100% SP? Any way to make it so your thoughts start to turn to 80%? You've just got to start affirming. Guys, you can't force your thoughts. Oh, thoughts, please turn around. Well, the affirming is new thinking, darling. That's why you've got to do it as an activity at first. Oh, I'm putting my affirmations in my brain. You can't just expect your brain to stop thinking about your SP. They will think about it obsessively until you start affirming the self-concept affirmations. You understand? That spooky dog see things. Yes, I saw a TikTok the other day where a kitten, the dog had just died, and the cat was going like this to the air and standing up. And the owner was like, what's she doing? And the dog had just passed away, and she was like, touching this air, and the owner was like, well, what are you doing? Or like little kids talking to the thing, and they're running, they're running out. Who are they talking to? Like, I wonder, I had an imaginary friend, and I was so convinced my imaginary friend when I was a kid that it went on an airplane with us and went all the way to America and back and had its own seat. Was that a spirit I was seeing? And I had a little spirit friend? I wonder. I have no idea. His name was Tavern. Strange. Dogs see angels, yes. I saw that too, about the cat with the dog. Wasn't it weird? It was like the cat was going, like when our other dog died, our cat knew she was dying. We brought her back from the vet and she laid herself down. The dog laid down and the cat curled her whole body around the dog and lay there. And she'd never done that before because the dog's her mum. It was so sad. Where have you gone in the US? I've been to, when I was a kid, when I was 5, we went to like LA, Baltimore, because we had family friends in Baltimore. I can't remember where else I went as a kid. Then when we were 12, I was 12, we went to LA, Las Vegas, San Diego. And then recently I went with my brother and we went to, then I went to New York one time by myself and then New York and Chicago until like 2006. And then I went again with my brother. I went with my brother and we went to a wedding in LA. But before that, went to San Francisco. So we drove down the coast of San Fran to LA. And yeah, it was amazing. Oh, we went to Mexico over the border the time I was 12. I don't mess with Ouija boards. Did that, and the ghost almost attacked us when I was 16. Oh, my God. Wow. Good morning, Baltimore. Is that what they're called? Good morning, Baltimore. Is that Anchorman? Oh, no, that's San Diego. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Do you have to fully embody already having a manifestation when you affirm for it every time? No, darling, don't worry about that. Don't step into the state of, oh, God, I've got to really do this. I've got to do this. No, don't give yourself those rules. Best affirmations for childhood issues, critical parents. When I hear criticism, I never believe it. I never put myself down. I never beat myself up. I never let anyone else put me down. I'm perfect just the way I am. But this one's done. No Hairspray laws. What? Oh, Hairspray. Oh, in Hairspray the musical. I saw that on Broadway when I was in New York. Is that what it's from? Oh, I love it. It was so good when I saw it. Do you believe only some people are mediums, or can we all access that? I think everyone can see spirit, but you just aren't noticing it. You know what I mean? Like, I've had some really freaky stories that people couldn't possibly have known the details of the person. I've got a really freaky story about my mum's best friend. And she was saying, I'm around everyone. I'm trying to get everyone's attention, because she just died. And this person who was a medium in Sydney rang this other friend and said, has this person died? And then she said, yes. Oh, she's been trying to contact me, and she's saying, it's really annoying me. I'm trying to get my kids' attention. I'm trying to get everyone's attention. And no one was noticing her, except this lady. Does manifesting backfire? Well, if you think it will, it will. I want to see auras. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know if I believe in them, but yeah. Okay, one person's paid. Okay, good. How do we get new negative OCD thoughts not to manifest, or how do we get over the fearing that? How do we get new negative OCD thoughts not to manifest, or how to get over fearing that? Okay, first of all, you can say, none of my OCD manifests. I don't even have OCD. OCD, what? I don't even have it. Start affirming, I don't have that. I don't need to do anything to feel safe. I don't need to do anything compulsively. I'm totally relaxed, totally calm. I'm in control of me. I'm in control of what I feel I need to do. I feel safe and secure. I'm in control of me, and I say what goes. I don't need to do anything to make myself feel safe. Start affirming those things, then you won't get the OCD tendencies as much, then you won't get the fears that go with the OCD. I have nothing to fear. It's just my imagination. It's just my imagination making up stories. Say those things, darling. I like to say my negative thoughts have zero effect on my manifestations. Yes, say that. That's a great one, Jenna. What do I do when my mind negatively spirals about SP? What do I do when my mind negatively spirals? Well, that's when you're firm. That's when you affirm your self-concept. That's when you affirm your SP affirmations. That's when you affirm, guys, when you're spiraling. Go on a big rampage of spiral the opposite way. Got it? That's a rampage. A rampage is the opposite of spiraling. Oh, God, this, that. No, I'm this and I'm that. I'm the shit, and he loves me and only me and blah, 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 and you rampage yourself. Got it? My SP is being hot and cold. Any advice? It's your fault. Megan. If they're being hot and cold, it's your thinking. Oh, he doesn't like me anymore. Maybe he doesn't want me. Maybe this isn't going to work out. Maybe he's going to ghost me like last time. Maybe he's looking at other girls. What are you thinking? He's only reflecting your thinking. No matter what I say or do, act, think, or feel, I can still get what I want. Love that. How often do we affirm against our childhood trauma? Is it when we are not being triggered anymore? Look, I would do it as much as you can, guys. You've got to get that old thinking out and the new thinking in. It's new thinking. I do it every day. Every day. Loz, can you manifest supernatural abilities? You can just tell yourself, I can see spirit. I've got supernatural abilities. Start saying that. I wonder. I don't know. I guess so. If you can say, I can speak French so fluently, I'm losing weight rapidly, and you can do that with that, why couldn't you do it with that? Try it. Get back to us. Can I manifest that my daughter's anxiety is healed? Yes, guys. I can say, she feels so calm in herself. She's fully in control of her emotions. She doesn't need any medication anymore. She's so calm. She's so serene. Whatever you want to say about her, how you want her to be in her reality, start saying that for her, darling. Start seeing her differently. Start seeing her come to you, oh, Mum, I feel so calm now. I can't believe I used to take all those meds. I feel so good in myself. Those kind of things. I want SP, but I want to prove to myself I don't need SP and focus on myself. So do I wait to affirm for SP? Look, you don't have to wait to affirm for SP. If you're thinking about them, affirm for them. But if you want to purely concentrate on yourself, darling, and do self-concept, do that. What was the moment you realised law of assumption was real? Wow, that's an excellent question. I have no idea. I knew it was real. Oh, I know one that I really knew it was real. When I was launching my comedy YouTube channel, it's called Don't Be a Psycho. I did it like 2017. I was in this manifestation group about Neville, and the guy who ran it was hopeless. But there was a guy in it who was a member who's now gone, who gave me this advice. And I said, what should I do to launch my YouTube channel? And he said, Loz, I want you to imagine everyone commenting on your video the next day or when you post it. He's like, everyone's telling you how great it was. You get all these likes. You have everyone commenting. I launched it that night. I put a post on Facebook. I woke up the next morning to 90 comments on this one post. And everyone's saying, oh my God, Loz, it's about time you did this again. We love watching your acting. You're so funny. This and that. Oh my God, that was so good. So glad to see you out there again. Da 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 da. And all these likes and everything. I was like, and it was exactly how I imagined it. Exactly how I imagined what they'd say, everything. And I was like, holy shit. And I read the email again, exactly what he told me to imagine. And that's exactly what happened. Now, the problem with that was I didn't keep persisting in it. So I thought that was like a one-off thing. So yes, and then I gave up too quickly on it because I give up on things because I'm so scared of it not working or, right? So exactly how it played out in the email and what I imagined played out was really weird. And that's when I was like, right, this fucking works. But then I didn't apply it enough for years after that until recently. Yeah, it was really weird. Don't Be a Psycho is funny. Oh, you've watched it, Al. Alien Cat. Oh, wonderful. It's hard to find on YouTube because it's such an old channel. Don't give up on me, Loz. Oh, don't give up on me, Loz. No, I won't. If everyone is you pushed out, will we ever get to know anyone for whom they actually are? If everyone is you pushed out, will we ever get to know anyone for who they actually are? No. They have their own personality, guys. Don't confuse this. Everyone has their own personality. It's just what they think about you that you reflect back. Got it? Everyone's got their own personality. That's why everyone can think this one person's a narcissist and everyone else hears they're a narcissist. They all think they're a narcissist, but with you, they're not because you don't see them that way. They have their own personality they came in with, but you don't see them like that, so they're not like that with you, but they might be like that with everyone else because that's their personality. Got it? Tips of feeling hopeless, doubting the law. Well, start testing yourself and see, darling. Start doing little tests like getting a free cup of coffee, getting someone to say something, wear something, do something. Test it. Test yourself and see. What are some affirmations to go against feeling inferior from childhood? No one ever makes me feel bad about myself. I know how to big myself up, make myself feel good. I am more than good enough. I don't need to seek anyone's approval. I accept me exactly as I am. I love me exactly as I am. Things like that, darling. All right, guys, I'm really going to go because I've got a gazillion things to do. If you don't follow me, I go live twice daily. Just click the follow and do get all notifications on these lives because you never know when I'm going to go live. And I save all the lives in the Facebook group Subconscious Lodge. Just look for it on Facebook or find the link in my bio. There's also a link to one-to-one coaching, but I'm not taking any more coaching clients at the moment, guys. But I do have courses coming out in about a month. All right, guys, thank you so much for following me. I will see you soon. Bye, guys. I want a girl just like you, Loz. Oh, Tom, you're so sweet. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.